Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. What you're about to see in this documentary could be seen as disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. What we catch is real. No post-production visuals, no additional sound effects. What you see is what we experience. If you do catch anything that we may have missed, feel free to let us know in the comments down below with the timestamp following. I'm now going to pass you on to Stu to explain the rest.
Okay, so let me just introduce you to people. We've got Rose here, and we've got Stubo with the light, and we've got Tony on the camera. Where are we going tonight? Well, we decided to go back to an old medieval church. I think it's about 9th century. We've been before, and it's an amazing place. I got interested in it in probably 1974. I got a book, I think it was called Myths and Legends of England. And I looked it up, and apparently in the churchyard was a stone, or probably still is a stone. And on April the 11th every year, the stone bleeds, because apparently it was used to smash the head in of a prince back in the day. And that's the first time I ever got interested in wanting to go to this church and find out a little bit more. And we've been quite a few times now, and it is a very interesting place for sure. There's a lot of different eras going on there, so because it's so old, so there's lots of different layers. But we'll see what we can get tonight anyway. We brought along some new kit. But we're proper paranormal investigators. We're not going to start throwing things around. We're not going to, do tricks. We're going to actually do a proper investigation. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But what do you think, Rose? We'll see how it goes, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to bring your skill to the table?
I'll bring my photography there.
But yeah, it should be very interesting, and we'll see what we've got. You never know. As I say, every time you go to a place, it's completely different. I won't say anything yet. But when we get down there, we'll see what I can pick up. Being a psychometrist, I pick bits and pieces up. Tony, who's on the camera behind, he's a sensitive. Rose is sensitive as well. So between us, you never know what we're going to get. Fingers crossed. But we're not going to be calling up devils and desecrating any graves. We're just there to just investigate and just to see what there is out there in terms of paranormal evidence. The last time I was here, I picked up that there was a funereal carriage here with two horses at the front with the plumage, the feathers and the pallbearer, and there was a glass carriage seeing the coffin through, and the guy who had died was actually standing next to me. It was a big burly chap. And they were waiting in the funeral procession to go into the church. Very strange, very, very vivid dream or imagery I had in my mind. So we'll see if we can connect with the same people or the same person tonight. But this always reminds me, forever and a day now, it will remind me of that funeral procession that was here. It was a beautiful spectacle, and this was going back to probably about 1750.
Should we keep someone in here?
Definitely somebody in here. He is definitely buried here. He was a well-known dignitary around this area. I can see him now in my mind, but I'll have to see if I can get his name again. But as I said, because there's loads of different layers, we don't know. It could be a completely different journey for us tonight, but let's go and have a look anyway.
I've already had a name just drop in my head. Herbert.
Yeah, I mean that
no idea.
That would figure.
Could be anything, couldn't it?
Apart from when I was bored here with my family, I must have been about 10 or 11. The next time I actually walked into this churchyard was when I was looking for that stone that the prince's head was caved in with, and I don't know why. I always thought it was over here. So it's somewhere buried in this area here, and I did find a stone, and I'm not.
There's a stone
sure.
there, look.
Yeah, that's the one when I actually. But I think that's actually the top of a probably would have had a cross on that one. But somewhere around here is a round stone. I found it once. As I say, I was about 22, so a long time ago.
So you've been coming down here for a long while then?
Long while, yeah. Since the 60s.
And what did you do in them days? Though? You obviously went
I
into
just
ghost
walked
hunting.
around with my mum and dad, you know. And my dad was fascinated with churches. All he wanted to do was look round castles and churches. And that really got me interested in churches as well. He just found a fascination with them. I do as well. And I think a lot of people do. We like to go round the graveyards. I don't know, I always think, wouldn't it be great to, like, if we went up to one of these gravestones now, probably find the oldest one in the churchyard and get the name, and I'd like to do the research on who this person was and what they did in life.
Yeah.
So if it goes back to, 1550, 1650, who are these people? Because they're long lost in the past. And wouldn't it be great to find all the records of what they did and bring them back to life, in a historical sort of fashion. But let's see if we can find some paranormal things tonight. Let's have a look what we can do. Where do you want to start? Round the back like we did before?
Yeah, don't mind. Work our way around gradually,
I
can't we?
tell you what, Stubo, it's such a shame that we live in a society now which, steals things from these beautiful places. Back in the day, all the churches were open, weren't they?
Yeah.
You could come in at any point to refuge. You could say a prayer, or if you needed refuge or somewhere to come, they were always open. Now look at it.
And this is the point now. If someone sees us here, they might come and think we're stealing things. But we're not.
So we're not. I mean, like I say, it's all of our property, isn't it? It's all of our heritage, and we have the right to, look around it. But we also have to make sure that we look after it as well, and that nobody does steal it. So I can see, we visited a place a few weeks ago, and it was just a ruin. They had CCTV everywhere because they'd had people come and desecrate the churchyard, which was outrageous. Do you know where the oldest rocks are in the world?
No.
Do you know, Tony?
No.
The oldest rocks in the world are at Bradgate Park in Leicester.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
3 or 4 billion years old. Okay.
Do you want to start around here?
Let's just see what we've got here a minute. What have we got here? A beautiful old doorway, isn't it? I mean, I don't know, but I think this was probably an add-on to the main tower. Henry. Okay. What I'm picking up, this guy Henry, he tended the graveyard, and it's not long ago. I'm getting something in about 1962. Henry, he was an old retired guy who actually looked after the graveyard. He's still here. He still walks around.
Anyone think of any questions?
No, but I'm getting the name Major, and that's come through for me personally as soon as we walk through these gates. But I don't know whether it's got to be a surname, isn't it? Major.
Well, it could be army, because there could be First World War, Second World War, people
Is
buried.
this connection major then? Is that to anyone with us?
What have you got? What with me?
Right.
You have a go.
Okay, hold that a second. Watch this. Really loose.
Yeah.
Literally really loose. Okay.
Yeah.
There. Turn around. What's that? Ooh, it's coming to you. Come to here. It's there,
Yeah.
in that corner. Do you get anything when you touch it?
No?
No.
Oh,
not
do you
at
mean
all.
touch the wall?
Yes.
I'll have to have a look. But
Yeah.
she's magic. I mean, I've seen people, you know, drop them down so they cross and, you know, psychosomatic,
Yeah.
they call that, when it, you know.
Mm.
So you've got to be ever so careful that you're
Yeah.
not fooling yourself. And you've really got to keep them on the horizontal.
Mm.
And rather, because if you tip them down, obviously they're going to
Yeah.
swing around.
No.
I've seen it. Oh, look, we've got contact. And
Yeah.
they're actually
Yeah.
pointed to the floor just about.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Oh, I can
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
this is an old doorway that, you know, that could be going off like a good one, that. I think the batteries are probably dead. I've got...
Do you hear that?
What? No.
To get out.
Well, let's have a listen.
That was good. Hope the mic picked it up. It went smack, get out. Who's around here? You're just ground.
Good then.
What was it?
I don't know. Did you hear that?
I like it short ground.
Just over by
that
the
was
doorway,
horrible.
wasn't it? I've gone all tingly as well.
Was that a growl? Did we just hear something? It's normally around here that stuff this way got the EVP. Yeah. I thought it said Dougie. It said Tony. Who's that, please? Who's here with us? Can you see us? Are we welcome? Anybody want to speak with us? Who told me to get out over there when I was walking up? You picking anything up, Stu?
I keep getting little bits and pieces. There's a guy standing over here who's looking at us, asking what we're doing. He's just standing there.
Can you name it all?
Can't really connect with a name at the moment. He's not. You know, he's just interested in what we're doing because he obviously doesn't see many people. I don't think this time of night. But I do get a strong presence
I was
just
thinking
here.
the name Robert.
Do you know what?
Robert. You're
Yeah.
going to say Robert?
Yeah. And
Is
I'm
that-
not just saying that for the
I was
camera.
waiting for you to say it.
No.
Now I could say I was thinking.
I'm not just saying that for the camera, but I thought, no, I'm not going to say that.
Robert.
But yeah, I think you're probably on the nail there.
Is that you, Robert?
I mean, a lot of people go, oh, that's, you know, that's just, you're making it up as you go along. But as I said, we've got, you know, we don't want to be famous. We're just doing it for our own interest and proof.
That's not a bench, is it? You don't think that bench says Robert on it, do you?
I'd be interested. Let's go and have a look.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Well, do you know what? Branbury. I like to think it's more than that. What does that bench up there say?
It's a funny name, that is.
There's loads of energy there,
Well, there
Stuart.
is,
Because it's a doorway, isn't it?
yeah, but it's not just a doorway. Every time I come here,
Look.
There is a priest standing in this doorway, Stu boy. He's here, and it's a different priest, different vicar rather, because I don't think. I don't know whether you call. I don't think you call Christian churches priests, do you?
A
Are
vicar.
they clergy?
A vicar.
Vicars and clergy. He's standing here,
Yeah, look.
and his energy is here.
Yeah.
It's quite a modern vicar because he's got glasses on. I'm thinking 1930s here.
Ooh.
What's your name then? What's your name, the guy?
There's something going on here. I can feel it.
One thing I'm going to say about, like karma and stuff like that, and about the way things are laid out, feng shui, you would never ever put an obstruction even in an old doorway.
No, I wouldn't know.
No, never.
No.
And that is a really unusual thing, even though it's been blocked up, because this is obviously a passageway.
But you wouldn't put this
would
bench
never
here either. No,
place a
it's
bench
really
in front of an open door, well, a
bad
doorway,
karma.
even if it's been blocked up.
Yeah.
Never.
I think that this being the original old part of the church, this was probably the outdoor. So you've got the indoor, the other side, and the outdoor here.
Yeah.
I would say, and as you say, it's blocking it, which is the energy's blocking.
It's not good
It
energy.
has a heavy feel there, doesn't it?
It has very heavy
you're
feel, yeah.
breathing,
It
like,
does,
you know,
yes.
You get
I'm
that
actually
deep
feeling I
breath.
can't breathe.
I'm getting that deep breath.
I'm just getting tingling on the back of my
I'm
shoulders.
just starting to get all electric
I
going
am
through
as
my
well.
body.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
am.
lovely feeling.
It is,
It's like
you know.
you'd pay for this if it's
Yeah.
like a rush, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm
It's,
And
getting
it's
it
in my
right
hair.
now. Oh, it's
in my
going down
hair.
my back, and I know it's
Yeah.
when I'm standing in spirit energy.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's just down the back
Yeah.
of the spine.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a nice. It's like just like a strange electronic feeling, isn't it?
energy, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. It's energy, and it's
Yeah.
you know. I mean, we've done many investigations, and you get good feeling and bad feelings, don't you? And even if it was a bad feeling, we're not running anyway, because I do believe that the more fear that you sort of put out, that whoever the negative entities, they feed off it. Just do a ground one first. Something there, wasn't there?
Just put it down to this mic here. It's on here. Okay.
It's interesting.
Going. We're not going.
We're not going, or we're not ghosts or something. Could be we're not
Oh,
going.
I've got the shivers again. Are you getting it, Stu?
Did you get? You have a listen to that, Stu? Okay. So you're not going, or we're not going. Be very interesting to give us something that we can actually, attach you and the church with, like your name or a date. Always interested in dates, I am. Then once we've got a date, we can start to ask question of like who's on the throne. See what we've got. So what date are we talking about here? It's really weird then, because
It's got the complete body shudder. I actually
yeah,
went
well,
like
tell
that.
you why.
It was like someone walked straight through me.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Did you catch that, Stu?
'Cause I was here, Stu boy, doing this, and I saw somebody reach out
Oh, it was horrible.
of here, like here,
Yeah.
and then saying, "Come on in."
Did you
Come in.
didn't you see me? I went like that.
Yeah, well,
I
it
went-
was at the same time.
You see me do it then, yeah.
No,
Did
I
you catch
didn't.
it, Stu?
I didn't. I was too busy
Did
watching
you see me?
this fella.
Do you think I had this like, yeah, get out, get out.
Well,
Like
no, he
somebody
wants
pushing me.
Yeah, well, they've come out.
I think I might move
Pull us
away
in.
from that wall, to be honest. This is why people say, why don't you do paranormal investigations in the day? It'd be 10 times worse than this. It's not because it's dark. I believe the voices, and I've had paranormal experiences in the day when I worked in
Oh, yeah, I
public
have,
house. But it's quieter at night. But then you get the odd train going by, don't you? Like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. There's a different energy at night. It's a lot, especially a summer evening, like, although it's a bit nippy tonight, but a late summer's evening, there's a beautiful soft energy to it, isn't there? The smell of, you know, autumn, stillness, and there's something which is very calming, I think, about it. A summer
Until
evening.
you stand near that wall
Let's see.
and you get the shivers.
Yeah, I have got it. Yeah. Who's with us here? Around it here, there's one main person, but they're like little, well, I don't know, like imps, you know, and they're sort of a bit like Smeagol out of the Lord of the Rings, you know.
Oh, lovely.
Gollum. They're like him.
Oh, great.
They're like him, running around.
Well, what are they doing?
Well, they're with somebody. They're something to do with the church and the protection of it, and they're naked to all intents and purposes. They're the same as if you can imagine, like Gollum, running round in there. I don't know whether it's just my imagination. A lot of the time, you've got to be careful your imagination doesn't run away with you. But when I asked what are you doing here, they said we're keepers of the yard.
I just don't like the feeling of a big, massive bloke over here.
Well, there is a big guy over there. Well, no,
Chap
there
in
is
a
a guy.
white, like a white top.
Yeah. Well, that could be a burial grove.
It was like a, you know, like toweling, white toweling. You know, like you see someone linen.
Well, it would be. It's what they bury them in.
A shroud.
A shroud.
It's weird. And
Yeah.
you seen big, like I just had this horrible feeling of a big bloke over in like white linen.
Well, it may well. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of bodies buried here, but that person who I mentioned on the way in, and you thought of his name, I think, did you? He would have been buried in one of them shrouds back in that day. Let's see see if we've got the keepers of the yard.
What are you creatures? What are you called? What are you called?
I can hear a good one on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll find that.
Let's just put it right against the wall. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, we're just going to do one more here. Creatures, come forward and speak to us. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Creatures come forward and speak to us. But I don't know, I'm just going with what I'm thinking. Do you know, a long time ago, I had this reoccurring dream, and that was that I'd be in a church, and I'd go up to the altar and lift up the flagstone that's just in front of the altar, and the most evil presence was down in that sort of well, or down in that sort of cavity of the church. It was like what would you call it? Like a tomb, if you like. And that frightened the shit out of me for a long time. And I'm thinking, why was that? Because that's meant to be high altar, and, you know, don't know. I rest my case.
Creatures, come forward and speak to us.
Do it again.
Creatures, come forward and speak to us.
Just before the noise,
There is.
a low tone.
There's a voice, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right,
Try
final one here, then
more.
we'll walk round.
Just listen to it again.
Creatures, come forward and speak to us.
Are you with us again?
Edward? The man in the white linen, are you here? What's your name? The big man. Keep getting drawn to over there. Oh, did you hear that?
Hello.
I did. I've always found that where that bench is around there's definitely a man there, as I said.
You hear that? Yeah. Are we being drawn to the bench? Come on, give us your name. Oh. Interesting. Who's that then? That was nice of you to speak with us. Are we in danger? Are we safe? Are we safe here? Should we go or should we stay? So stay. Come on, give us your name, a clear name would be lovely. Who's around us? Who's around the corner? Right, we're going to try a bit of modern technology now then.
Right, so it's on airplane mode, so there's nothing at all. Remember is the first word. Well, that's interesting. We can relate to it because, you know, we're in a graveyard and this is where you're remembered.
It's getting cold, isn't it?
It's getting freezing.
Yes. Yeah.
Freezing.
Hood's going up.
Oh no, Mum,
Yeah.
not there. I'll put mine
It's
up.
suddenly chilled, isn't it?
Yeah, really gone cold.
Go on, come and speak with us. See what Stu's got in his hand here, look.
Effect.
Effect. Effect what? You're going to affect one of us?
Roof.
Church roof.
I've just connected with a very young soul here.
I am.
Oh,
You're a young soul. You're not very old, are you? Probably only about 6 or 7. Little boy. Is that right? Why are you wandering around the churchyard? It's going quite a long way back.
Dad.
1600 and something.
Yeah. So it's a bit, you know, a bit like your Oliver Twist type character.
It's funny how we get these dates and it just pops in.
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah.
It's like when I see it, it's like an imagination
And
bubble over your head, and you just see it.
Strange enough, I got the name Simon.
1.
Is that how old you were? I think you're a bit older than that, weren't you?
Go on, see what Stu's holding in his hand. This is modern stuff now. There's no reason why this can't work.
Step.
Step where?
Step, yeah. Where would you like us to step?
Step 1. One step.
One step. Shall we just go
Go
over
one
that
step.
way? I've got a feeling
One
it's over.
step. Oh, sorry. What's that there? Have we looked at that one?
This one?
Yeah.
No.
Look at
It's
that
a
one.
big grave, that one, isn't
Oh, right.
Upstairs.
it? Upstairs? Not about that. Can you give us some more information about where you're positioned in the graveyard, where you lay? I mean, he's seems to have disappeared at the moment, like run off.
Determine.
Determine. Well, we're not going to play word games. We need some definite positive words here. So I'm going to ask you again. What's your name?
First.
First.
First name.
Yeah,
What's
your first name. Yeah.
Come on, that'll do. Blow us away then. Show us a name.
One.
First.
Yeah, your first name. What is it? Come on, we need your name, or at least the year.
Opposite where?
Is your
We
grave?
opposite is the grave just behind me. Well, opposite.
Fear.
Fear.
Okay, well,
Opposite fear.
no, I think he's going opposite, but there's obviously a fear. We're not fearful. We're not fearsome.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Oh, Sammy. So I said Simon.
Sammy.
So it's Sammy, is it? That's interesting, isn't it?
Ballad.
Believe.
Sammy believe.
Believe.
5.
Alive.
Five.
Oh, you're 5
5
year
years
old.
You getting this, Stu?
Wow, Stu boy here.
Stu.
Missing the best bit.
Above.
Gone to heaven, I suppose. So Sammy, you're 5 years old, and you've gone above. It's interesting, isn't it?
It is.
And what about a year? Or a town, or any memories that you've got of your time on Earth?
10.
10.
I just had the feeling of drowning.
Oh, okay.
Drowning. You didn't drown, did you, Sammy? In the river?
6.
He's gonna come up with-
Sammy, did you drown in the river?
There is a canal and a river by here.
Was it an accident?
Yard.
I don't know whether it's just my imagination. A lot of the time, you've got to be careful your imagination doesn't run away with you. But when I asked what are you doing here, they said we're keepers of the yard. Churchyard?
Come on, Sam, we're not here for much longer now. We're going to tell us before we go.
Is somebody...
Barry.
Barry!
Barry.
Barry!
Bloody hell.
Well, Barry.
Oh.
That's our
So
Barry.
10, 6 yard. Barry. You wouldn't believe it.
No. That's amazing.
Why would it say Barry?
Is it you, Barry?
Barry, are you with us?
Labourer.
Labourer.
Labourer. That's just brilliant.
That.
That's brilliant that it said Barry.
Yeah, that is
What's the
brilliant.
chances of that?
Yeah.
Really, really
Yeah.
random chances, that is. And especially, we got the name Sammy. Are you with Barry, Sammy?
Ryan.
Right.
Ryan.
Right.
You're with... Who's Ryan? Are you all together? Yeah, you were spent, mate.
What you used
Just-
to say to us, Barry, when you was asking out for the spirits? What did you used to say to them?
Tell me.
Harry.
It's my granddad's name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just for everybody who might be watching this at some point, Barry was our sort of colleague who died of prostate cancer, and we've always said, if you can come back and communicate with us,
Immersion.
we're all ears. And it's really weird that
He's already done it on the board, a Ouija board.
Yeah.
We don't do a Ouija board. Somebody was
No.
doing one downstairs, and he told them a load of stuff.
And out of all the names, we got Sammy, I thought it was Simon, could be Sammy, couldn't it? But to get Barry come through randomly, and we were talking
Yeah.
about him earlier tonight as well, it would be fantastic if Barry is actually with us in spirit.
And he did say he comes out on every investigation with us.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed, he does.
Indeed. It's very interesting, isn't it? Indeed, Barry. Indeed. He was a great part of the team. and sadly missed. But it's good that you're with us again, if that be
Seems
the
like
case.
he's with us on every investigation. Is that true then, Barry?
Fatal.
Fatal. Oh, great.
Okay, so I think it's probably time to move on then. Yeah,
Yeah.
would you say that would be a good idea to move on?
Fatal.
Really.
Yeah.
Really fatal.
Really good time to move on. You said you're really good time.
Yeah. So
Are we, is
I'm
it
going to
time
do
to go
just a
then,
couple more of these just to see where we're at. But is it time to go, Barry? For us? Is it time to leave the yard? Leave all at rest and leave them to be in peace?
Killed.
Killed.
Yeah.
Fatal. Killed. This is getting a bit not so good, is it?
No.
I'm starting to get that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, fatal, killed. Was somebody dying in an accident in the yard?
Go. It's told us to
Go.
go. Show the camera. It's just told us to go. Right, Barry's telling us something here. I think we
Yes,
better.
yeah.
I think we better take his word for it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks very much for that, Barry. We're going to go now. Is that okay?
Nighttime.
This is random, isn't it? This is.
So Barry, we're going to go now. You're welcome to come on the next ghost hunt with us and protect us, if you would, from all the negative energy that surrounds the paranormal when we're in dark places.
Tramp.
You'll have to check that on the video, Stu Boy, when it said something just
Marker.
touched my ear.
Right, that's
Scanning
great.
Right.
stopped.
So something just touched my ear. I think it was a fly or something, but
Well,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
first time we've used that properly.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I'm dead impressed.
It's really good. Everybody raves about that.
Yeah, people say, oh, apps don't do anything. Well, why?
Well, then,
why,
no.
why couldn't a spirit box?
Well, that was really interesting. We got a name beginning with S,
Yeah.
Sammy, and we got some different ages. Okay,
10,
you know,
6.
5, 6, 10.
10-6. Oh, yeah, this is a Norman Church 1066, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we've come to the end of the investigation. I thought it was really good. You know, especially the end bit there. That was random with them names, but we've had a great night, really, haven't we?
It went from different feelings as we were going around the church. It become, well, it was just brilliant. It was a good little session. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you have to be here all night. You can just come along, see what's here. But a beautiful Norman church, over 1,000 years old, obviously. But fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
picking up
enjoy
lots
it?
of energy, different places in
Yeah.
the church. Yeah, different
Yeah, the,
energy levels. Yeah, really interesting. I could really feel that. I've never used one of these before.
They're great. Divining rods are amazing. You know, if you get them to work, they're amazing. But anyway, I hope you like the video at the end, and you never know what we've got on there until we review it, do we?
Yeah, well, this is just the start of it. You know, this is
Yeah.
a small one, but we're now booking bigger locations like
Yeah.
we used to do. And we're going to go out once a month minimum. We're going to start to do it properly again. So,
Yeah.
you know, this was just to get us back out. It's hard when you've not done it properly for a while.
Yeah.
Get back out, get into it again, and
And
get
don't
all the
forget,
kit together.
We've all been on pretty well all locked down, haven't we, for months, everybody? So it's the first time we've managed to sort of get out, and we've really enjoyed it. So here's to the future investigations.
Yeah. See you soon.
See you later.
Bye for now.